first action of the season. Coach told me they want to make things easy for him early. They've talked to the other teammates. Everybody do your job. Make sure he can get comfortable with everyone around him so he can make some plays for us down the stretch. Guys, back to you.
We'll see what kind of impact that has, Holly. On the run from inside his own 5. Brings a return out across the 25. Gets a couple of extra yards. He's stopped at the 27-yard line. Now the Hawks offense has the ball first today. Trying to establish the run. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. This conference has a history of getting wacky, and the last thing you need to do is get off to a slow start in ACC play.
And what does everybody talk about every year, right? Like conference games, how much they matter, the familiarity with everybody around you. You can only start this one time, so let's bring that energy, bring that momentum. Who wants to start the season off right?
Well, the ACC is a conference that feels like oftentimes it just goes down to the wire. And those games late in the season are the ones that really determine what happens. But you got to set yourself up for success, and it starts right here in the first conference game in the ACC for your team.
An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. Offense took a little bit too much time at the line there. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. The RPO, fire complete to the left. He'll go out of bounds at the 38-yard line as this offense patiently tries to work the ball out of its own end. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Complete. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
A great job by the defense, seeing it right away, reacting to the screen, going and getting the football, and getting the fast play.
To throw it. Turns it upfield. Good effort, but he's going to come up a little bit short. It'll be 4th down and 1. Offense trying to catch them napping. Looks as if they'll go for it on 4th down. Snapped on 4th down. Dropped it, just didn't look it all the way in, and they'll turn it over on downs. Here's a Demon Deacon still down on the field, and they'll stop play to have him looked at. That is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Guys, let's step back for a moment and talk a little Wake Forest. The portal many times can give you a pretty good read on what's going on inside a program, and to lose the number of players that they did might be a little bit of a worrisome signal.
Well, I think the biggest thing is they lost some key guys, too. A handful of dudes.
And the defense will corral the quarterback, and down he goes at midfield.
And he gets home again, continuing his production. Last week, 2 sacks. This week, already a sack in the first half. This guy has been on a sack terror.
Oh, pressure's coming. Gonna let it fly. Oh, right through his hand. They came out attacking, wanted to impose their will, and they missed a big chance on that one. And the Demon Deacons will punt it away on 4th down. He ought to be able to use his first punt to pin him deep. And they can't get on top of it to down it, so that ball will come out to the 20. Here come the Hawks onto the field to open this possession. We'll see if that failed fourth down in their own end last time, David, sort of curbed some of the aggressiveness.
When you hear about it all the time in football, go for it, be aggressive. The problem is when you get stopped, sometimes it puts you in a hole. And Jesse, now the offense has to come out and respond.
They were real disappointed not getting that first down. You could see it on the sideline. So let's just see if that's kind of galvanized them a little bit here to go make a statement and get some points.
He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33. And this set of downs gets started from the 33, 1st and 10. Finds a crease, it's Carey. He's past the marker. They'll get him down at the 48 after the 15-yard gain. The Hawks getting set on 1st and 10. They'll move the wide receiver. Quarterback signaling to his guys. Got some green grass inside the 40. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. The Hawks, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. Play clock was getting close to 0, and they have to burn a timeout. After using an early one, 2 left for them to spend. Offense threatening, 1st and 10 from the 31. Crease and turn that into a productive run. Short pickup of 4 on 1st down, dealing with a 2nd and 6. Out of the gun, looking to throw. They're all over him. Hauls it in. And he's knocked down immediately, but a good... that play.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed after he made his break? He was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
Right at the line. They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Hawks want to pick up the tempo.
Really good job running the ball, getting that first down. Now, here comes the tempo.
Drops back on 1st down. A shot toward the end zone. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive.
And how about that? That's the first INT for this guy, right? He's gone all throughout this year, taking care of the football, making plays, really building trust with his offensive coordinator. First mistake, hey, listen, put it behind you. You've had a great season so far, young man.
Defense there to stop him after a gain of 1 to the 22. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. This time they'll throw it. And the quarterback caught up to and sacked at the 12.
And that was a big objective for this defense coming into the game. Talking to coaches, we want to keep him in the pocket. We don't want him to use his wheels. He's fast, he's elusive, can make big plays. Nice job by the defense keeping him in the pocket and getting the sack.
Heaves it on the run. And they can't hook up on the big play, and that brings up a 4th down. The Demon Deacons will try to pin them back with the punt. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Trying to make one miss. He's got great speed. They finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Here come the Hawks onto the field to open this possession. Still looking to his right. Got a little time, lets it go. Almost picked off.
You just wonder if the quarterback's trying to get it all back after throwing it picked the last time out. This time, it was not a good read. The defender was all over that throw. He should have intercepted that, but thanks to the drop, the offense stays on the field. This quarterback has got to take a breath, and he's got to settle himself down.
Second down, gonna throw it. Throws to the wideout. A strike downfield. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. A first down run in the red zone. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. Defense has dominated the early part of this game, and the stats point that out emphatically. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here.
He knew what he wanted to do right away, makes the decision, but maybe his footwork wasn't a little bit good and the pass wasn't where he wanted to put that thing. I know that.
Quarterback changing the play. Looking to the end zone on 3rd and goal. And the quarterback brought up 2 and sacked at the 12. Now on 4th down, they'll send out the field goal unit. It's good. He's going to hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Dropped, and he got nothing on first down. They'll need a bunch on 2nd down. He stopped for no gain again. Back-to-back runs, and they have nothing to show for it except facing a 3rd and long. Trying to pick up a first down. Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. He's got it. He picks up the first down, brought down, but not before he put that dude in a blender. And the Demon Deacons come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Get him on the ground after a 4-yard run out to the 31. 2nd down coming up. Right back to the well. And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
You know, the runner just has to have a little bit more patience. Bounce that thing outside a little too early, and as a result, lost yards.
Wide receiver comes in motion. Got his man downfield. Right down the gut of the field. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Demon Deacons! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play call by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with a touchdown.
He stopped short of the 20 at the 19 and probably wishes he'd just taken the touchback. Here come the Hawks onto the field to open this possession. They've been pretty much stifled on offense so far, David, only able to muster 3 points in their previous 3 drives.
And you got to find a way to open this up and create some explosive plays. The passing game is obviously the easiest way. Jesse, put more speed on the field. Find those guys down the field.
You know they're frustrated, too, because they felt like there were some matchups they could take advantage of to get some points on the board early. In this one, they just haven't been able to connect on those opportunities. But I like David's idea. Maybe move some guys around and see if you can create some better one-on-one matchups.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Wide open downfield. Such a big part to convert these 3rd downs, and they've got it at the 42. Hawks come to the line on the heels of that big pass play, making the adjustment on the play. They'll go back to the ground. Pass to 6. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to...
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Got 6 on first down. Now a lot of options on 2nd and 4. Off the bootleg, wants to toss it. That's it fly. It's incomplete. Good job by the defense sticking with its coverage.
Oh, you just love to see the wide receiver be able to finish that play. QB's giving him a 50-50 shot down the field where it's going to be 2 guys going up to get it. The receiver was in position to make the play, just couldn't reel it in.
He did everything he could to find enough running room, but he'll be stopped about 3 yards short of the first down marker. It's 4th down. The Hawks will try to move the chains on 4th down. Little bit of uncertainty there. Play clock down to 4, and they'll call a timeout. They're down to 1 timeout left in the half. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. Quarterback will keep it. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. This offense has had trouble getting it in gear, but maybe a little life here on 1st and 10. Unloads to the wideout. Complete to the left. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
Really nice job responding by the offense here. They watched the opponent go down the field and score a touchdown on that last drive, and you could see the quarterback there in the commercial break. He's telling his guys, let's go. We're going to go get this one. Everybody lock in. And that's what you're seeing on this drive. Doing a really, really nice job. They look confident. They're trying to score a touchdown themselves.
Now Wake Forest will stop the clock and use their first timeout. And now what will they come up with on this second down play? Second and short, maybe looking for a shot. And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They've methodically worked it down the field. This the 11th play of the drive, but the defense can get off the field now. Setting up the screen. He's brought down right at the 13-yard line. Still a ways to go to make it to the line to gain. Let's see what they do on fourth. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. Never a doubt. Right down the middle. That brings them to within one.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
The Demon Deacons offense makes its way out to start this drive. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. That last drive, an absolute aerial assault for the touchdown, Jesse.
But it was a nice job in play calling, too, David. Just giving the quarterback some easy looks and reads so he could go out and execute.
And he knew exactly where to go with the football. Everything looked really, really easy. He was hot. The ball was coming out of his hands. The defense better do something different.
Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Out wide right, it's Barry. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one. The Demon Deacons come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. Drives inside. Not able to get outside. They tried to run wide and they got nothing. It'll be fourth down. Wanting to stop the clock on defense, they use their third and final timeout. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They boot it away on fourth down. On the return. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. Here come the Hawks onto the field to open this possession. This late in the half, you're behind. You'd love to create something before the break to build momentum, Jesse.
You've also had some miscues on offense, a big part of why you're losing the game right now. I'd take it into halftime, make my adjustments, and come out ready in the second half.
Yeah, I'm going to take it into halftime too, Paul. But I'm trying to put some points up right here. Be aggressive, set the tone, be like, hey, listen, this is what you're going to get in the second half, so find something really quick when you go time.
He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Second down to the air. Quick completion on the out route. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Offense rushing to the line of scrimmage. Clock is stopped for the first down. They'll try to get it off quickly.
With you coming into this game, if they throw completions and get first downs, that's when they like to change up the tempo and go fast.
And here's a fumble way behind the line. He picks up the fumble, but they'll blow it dead right there. Remember, at this stage of the game, the only person advance a fumble for the offense is the fumbler. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We start with a look at the Pitt Panthers, taking on the number 16, the Texas A&M Aggies.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. What did you find out coming out of halftime?
Guys, I did catch up with the Demon Deacons head coach at the half. The first half was okay need. He understands the ACC season opener, conference opener, they've got to be even better in the third quarter. He said there's some things we can clean up, some positives we can build on. Their intensity has to remain strong here to start the second half.
Appreciate that, Holly. Rush is on, and it's a sack.
That's the game it's kind of been. It's been a defensive struggle on both sides, and it's kind of like a tennis match. Which team and which offense is going to be able to break serve? That time, poor job in pass protection. The quarterback has got to find a way to get rid of that football and not take the negative play, but this has been a defensive war so far.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Looks it in. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Return's going to get it up around midfield. He'll be down at the 39-yard line. Here come the Hawks onto the field to open this possession. So they get the ball back after the defense forces a punt. I'm sure they tried to make some adjustments at halftime after a little bit of a rocky first half. They want to run it left here. They didn't get a push at all on that one. There'll be no gain on the play. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Give it to him again. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line. It's amazing how play by a defensive end in the backfield can really swing the momentum not only of a series but of a game sometimes.
All you're trying to do is create negative plays, to get them behind the sticks a little bit, to get those sacks, to get those tackles for losses. You see so much stunting in college football up front with the defensive line because you know once you get one of those plays, you got the offense right where you're.
Going to throw it over the top of the knee. Got it inside the 10. Touchdown, Hawks. They take the lead with the 6.
Man, it's nice to be an offensive coordinator when you have this offense because you can just call a couple plays, do what we need to do, make big plays, go down the field, put points on the board. This offense, man, they putting drives together like this could be a scary unit.
Going for 2 here to try to make the lead 7. He's looking to throw. Nice catch for the 2-point conversion.
Number 95, set to kick it away.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Wake Forest ready to get things going as the offense is on the field. They find themselves trailing by a touchdown and a chance on this drive to even the score. First play of the drive, he'll look to throw. Makes the grab. He's down right there, short gain on the grab.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Found that space and picked up 6 out to the 33.
Definitely been tough sledding for this guy, especially in the first half. They gave him the ball a bunch, but they just don't have a ton of yards on the ground to show for it. At this point, that looked like a pretty good run, though. You just wondered maybe in the second half, if they keep giving him the football, it may start paying some dividends.
Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35. And the Demon Deacons have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh set of downs going up top. About a little time, lets it go. Had to force that one.
Priority number 1, protecting your quarterback. You're down in the ball game. You've got to make sure you don't get those hits on him. Protect him a little bit more. We can get some big plays down the field.
Out of the gun to give to the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick up the first down here. Extending the play. Nowhere to go with the ball and down. down he goes at the 39. The Demon Deacons will call on their punt team. This will be the 5th kick of the night. Trying to get started. Slips through the line. Boy, did he show it all on that return. The speed, the explosiveness, and took a little momentum with him out of bounds. Here come the Hawks onto the field to open this possession. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Looking for room at the 30. Rustled out of bounds at the 12, and another productive play on this drive. They've got him wobbling after that big play now to pay it off on 1st and 10 from inside the 15. Left side is Pierre. That completion will take them inside the 10 to the 9-yard line. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Wants to go up top on 2nd down. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football. Now they face 3rd down. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do. On 3rd down, he drops the throw. Touchdown, Hawks! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. The AT unit on the field. The kick is up and good and puts 1 more on the lead. A very efficient 5-way scoring drive. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the Deacon offense. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here and make something happen on this side of the football.
And he does a really nice job finding open space and making a good gain before the stop is made. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on 1st down. It's 2nd and 3. Takes off. On his feet at the 40. Nothing but green grass down the middle. Touchdown, Wake. This crowd absolutely loving it as he rolled into the end zone.
And if the defense didn't know, they know now. That QB right there, man, that dude can fly. This offense is so explosive because the guy who gets the football can take off and make big plays at any point on the field, and he shows you how it's done right there.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Let's go to the sideline in Holly Road.
Here on the Hawks sideline, they are really hyping up their quarterback right now, guys. You know, they weren't exactly sure what to expect from this young player going into the game, but he has delivered over 200 yards passing. He has proven to be someone they can count on. The coaches keep telling him, poise, composure, keep it going. This young guy is showing what he's made of. Back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Back to pass on 2nd down. He wants to go deep. And that's going to be incomplete. Going for broke on 2nd down. The 3rd down's coming up. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. He's changing the play. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. intercepted, and he's got a convoy with it. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession. Big catches, big plays, tons of yards through three quarters for these two guys. They'll try to open the quarter by cashing in on this big opportunity deep in the red zone. Trying to get the corner. Quick toss. Touchdown, Wake Forest. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option? Extra point here would tie the game. When you're head... break with unbelievable field position like that, you better finish the deal, and they did.
You saw the quarterback jog on the field. I think he gave a high five to every one of those players coming off that just put them in position to go score that touchdown. That QB knew this was a golden opportunity, and boy, he took advantage of it.
He's out of bounds at the 31 after a nice return. Let's go down to the sideline and Holly Rowe.
Here on the hot sideline, I can see a developing situation with their quarterback and the coaches. Their QB has struggled here today with the turnovers, and there's a lot of conversation. They're showing him those mistakes on the film.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. What a grab along the right sideline for the huge play.
And that's how you flip the field really quick.
First down here as we dive into the college football season. A week one clash that has been worth every minute of it so far. Got the first down. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. And this offense is so close they can almost taste taking a fourth quarter lead, but they don't want to leave too much time. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Hawks. And with that, they move out front here in the fourth.
And I think he does a really good job here. Dropping back to pass, surveying the field, sees he's got some open space out wide, dump it to your playmaker. Your running back takes the football. He does the rest. Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the field, making a play.
Out of the end zone. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Wake Forest has it back, and here comes the offense. And now this offense needs a late fourth quarter drive to answer that last touchdown. They'll run it. Good blocking up front. Great job following it. He's got 6 to the 18. And the Demon Deacons with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. The give to the back. Nice move to keep running. And a little more space. Open up that playbook even more as they pick up the first down out to the 30. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Second down, going to throw it. Between the hashes, it's buried. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down. 3rd and 4. Motion from the wideout. Looking to throw on 3rd. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. The Demon Deacons will line up to punt it away.
And the quarterback gets hit again. We already know this defense has gotten home to him multiple times in this game. So here you are, you're trailing in the game. Defense knows you're going to throw it. They're pinning their ears back. You can't feel very confident right now through the play caller, certainly through the quarterback. You're going to have time to throw.
Here come the Hawks onto the field to open this possession. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
Starting this drive like that is exactly what they had hoped for. Now 1st and 10 from the 40. Keeps it, looking for the edge. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play.
I tell you what, as that ball starts to get towards the sideline when they're running these option plays, man, those outside players become more pivotal. My corners have to be able to tackle. My secondary
makes the grab in their space. He's at the 30. Pass the 10. Touchdown, Hawks. All that baby in and then stroll into the end zone for the score.
Man, how hard is it to defend when you have a weapon like this at running back that can play wide receiver? You can design ways to get the football in his hand. Palmer, once you get it in his hands, he'll do the rest.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, and oftentimes those are easier throws for quarterbacks. And these running backs, they're just naturally so good when they have the football out in space. Their vision, their creativity, their ability to make people miss. And this guy shows you right there, a difficult guy to stop now through this defense moving forward.
From the gun, the ground game. He's got enough. Still on his feet at the 45. It's a running room. He's at the 10. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Wade.
Man, this guy is such a weapon because he's so dangerous. He gets into the second level. Great vision, and then David shows you the speed.
Just straight wheels, erasing angles. A lot of times when you're chasing guys that are so fast like this, you're like, I got him. No, I do not. What a big, long touchdown run. Pad those stats, young fella.
Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Here come the Hawks onto the field to open this possession. That last score the defense allowed made it a one-possession game, and there is plenty of pressure to have a productive drive here. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. Motion from the wide receiver. They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. Ripping off a pretty good chunk of yardage. They've got it out to the 41 with a first down.
It's got to be tough right now on defense. You need to find a way to get a stop, and you haven't been able to do that in the fourth quarter. You've been giving up points. You just gave up a touchdown in the last drive. You need a turnover. You need to do something right now.
Makes a grab and room to run. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line. The Hawks have it with a 1st and 10. On the option. All over him in the backfield. He'll lose 3 on the play. Now Wake Forest will stop the clock and use their first timeout. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. Couldn't get him blocked on that last one. Now it's 2nd and 14. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line? So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and of course the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well. What a big play this one could be. Tight game, getting late, 3rd and long coming up. Making the adjustment. On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Out of the backfield, he's open. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first.
Deep to shallow. That's what I have to understand that as a defensive guy. I take away those passes beyond the sticks, and then I react to those quick throws they have to the running back. It's my athlete versus yours. The defense won that battle.
The clock stops as we have reached the final 2 minutes of the game. And now on fourth down, they will put it on the shoulders of the kicker to save them with his foot. And he got it! And they'll push that lead out a little further.
You know, it's funny, in an age where there's so many college football analytics and everybody wants to go for it on fourth down, at the end of the day, it still comes down to managing the game. Good decision by the head coach here in the fourth quarter. By kicking that field goal, you've now made it a two-possession game. Your chances of winning this thing have now gone way up.
They'll put this one in play, first snap of the drive from the 25. Snaps it, they'll throw to start the drive. Out wide left, it's Hughes. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down.
Hey, the defense is going to give you those all day. We're late in the game now. They've got the big lead. Expect them to play big zone defenses to try to keep the...
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21. IndyCar tempo as they head to the line for this third down play. Clock running. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Goes high to pull it in. All the way inside the 40 and out of bounds at the 37, and the chunk play has them threatening. Snap on first down, wants to throw. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
I think the frustrating thing for this offense at this point is they've had a lot of success, and still they find themselves down on the scoreboard. And so I think if you're going to get back in this game, you've got to go back to the well. Think about the play calls that have worked for you in this game, where you found success, where you found your explosive plays. Don't be afraid to call those plays again right now in this 2-minute situation.
And this offense has another opportunity to put a scoring drive together. They've done a really good job, man. Their defense, yeah, it's been okay. Like, giving up a lot of points. Now they're in a situation where can you be clutch? Can you come up big in a 2-minute situation when you really need to?
Just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack, and it'll be fourth down. So on fourth down, here comes the field goal kicker in a huge spot.
And that kick makes it a one-score game, but a lot of work left. Only one timeout left. We've got to get an onside kick. We don't have time to kick it and play defense and get the football back. Onside unit, what's your best look, man? Because you're going to need it right here.
First play of this drive. Flip it out to the back on the screen. Oh, he's got some space. The 20. He gets it all the way down to the 5-yard line. A terrific catch and run before he stopped. Wait calls the timeout, and they have no more to use. And now they are powerless to stop the clock with a timeout. Wide receiver going in motion. Ready, go! Right there to stop him, and that'll be a loss of 3. Hawks enter the final minute trying to drain the clock. They're changing things up, trying to get everyone set. Second down, gonna throw it. Looking to get it in. Touchdown, Hawks. The offense cashing it in on that drive. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And they tacked on the extra point. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. They'll try to follow that last touchdown with an onside kick. And they cap things off with a 9-yard touchdown pass. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the Wake Forest offense returns to the field. It's a to keep fighting till the bitter end, Jesse.
But they call it a long shot for a reason because they've still technically got
defense as they get a sack at the 47. The hurry up now, second down, clock ticking. Snap in the shotgun. Here comes the heat. He's sacked. This defense all over him. Timeout is called and the clock is down to 8. The defense all revved up after that earlier sack, and they'll try to stop him right here. On third down, he'll have to push it downfield. A deep throw as the clock winds down. The pass is incomplete, and 1 second is left.
And the defense is playing with a sense of urgency right now. Obviously, they're playing with the lead. They know this offense needs to find a way to generate points, expecting a shot on that last play, so nice job in coverage.
One more play to pad the stats. Needs it here on fourth down. Here's a throw downfield late. A sensational grab down the field there as they try to at least put a positive spin on the end of this game. When we get to the offseason and they start having coaching clinics, they're going to roll this game tape back to show both offenses.
Dial it up and let it run. I mean, that's essentially what we saw in this game. It didn't matter what either offensive coordinator was calling. Everything seemed to work through throwing the football in the intermediate passing game, the RPOs, the run game. David, this was just clinical.